Mohammed Ali Noor Haji, who is the Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Mr. Hussein Sheikh Mohamud, who is the Chief of Staff, Mr. Abdulaziz Ibrahim Adam, who is Director General, Ministry of Commerce and Industry, among others. The President and his delegation were received at Entebbe International Airport VVIP wing by Honorable General Haji Abubakar JJ Odongo, the Minister of Foreign Affairs, the Ugandan Ambassador to Somalia, His Excellency Professor Turyam Hikasam, and the Deputy Ambassador of Uganda to Somalia, Major General Nathan Mugisha. He was accorded a guard of honor by the Uganda People's Defense Force officers, UPDF, and entertained by the crane dancers. President Mohamud is the newly elected president of Somalia since May 2022 and the founder and current chairman of the Union for Peace and Development Party. Previously, he served as Somalia's 8th president from 2012 to 2017. During his stay in Uganda, President Hassan Sheikh Mohamud will tomorrow, Tuesday, visit the Kapika Industrial Park and Neck Industries in Nakasongola. He will later be joined by President Yoweri Museveni to address the Somalia-Uganda Investment and Business Summit at Speak Resort, Munyonyo. President Mohamud will also later open the newly renovated Somalia Embassy in Kampala before addressing Somalia business leaders. An existing framework agreement signed between Uganda and Somalia in 2016 highlights areas of cooperation between different sectors and ministries, departments and agencies, MDAs, of the two countries, ranging from political consultations, that is the foreign affairs, defense and security, police, air transport, trade and investment, health, agriculture and animal husbandry, refugees, financial services, tourism and culture, and many others. Meanwhile, President Yoweri Museveni has reiterated Uganda's commitment towards ensuring lasting peace and security in Somalia. Museveni said this during bilateral talks with his visiting Somali President Hassan Sheikh Mohamud at State House Entebbe. President Museveni says Uganda is ready to continue supporting Somalia on all fronts. On his part, President Mohamud thanked Uganda for standing with the people of Somalia on peacekeeping, which has eliminated al-Shabaab terrorists from the capital, Mogadishu. Take a watch.
I told these people that we can help Somalia to defeat this, because if it is a question of weapons, we can buy them and give them. Uniform, we can buy, even food we can share. But what we cannot manage is salary.
Every month. Salary
every month of big number, we can't manage. So once you say salary, then you now go to UAE, they pay 1 month, then here Qatari, I don't know what, Turkey, what? So when will these people get security? When will you get security? Because you need security. If I'm a poor man, I don't have money, but I can defend my home. I can mobilize my son and my brother, and we defend our home. Nobody is paying us. We want peace.
Your government and the people of Uganda for the warm welcome and hospitality accorded to me and to my delegation, Your Excellency. And Uganda have long history with Somalia. That history guides us mutual relationship. We are grateful for Uganda's support in the fight against terrorism in Somalia. The terrorism in Somalia is not, they don't have a Somalia agenda, but they are global agenda. They wanted to rule the world from Somalia, which is impossible. Your Excellency, as part of the atmosphere is undertaking courageous and operations along the security forces. My administration is preparing with new offensive Al-Shabaab to defeat Al-Shabaab in the remaining territories they hold. And the main supply routes that they along the new military effort we are planning right now. We will also be fighting Al-Shabaab ideology. The ideological front is in two. This one is the religion. We need to convince our people that their school of thought of the Islamic religion is not the right one. And we have so many proofs to prove that. Component of that front is the issue of patriotism, as rightly said.
Now, the First Lady and Minister for Education and Sports, Janet Kataha Museveni, has applauded Huawei for their contribution to Uganda's digital transformation journey and their services to the global community. The First Lady was meeting a delegation from Huawei Technologies Uganda, led by the Managing Director, Mr. Gao Fei Gavin, who called on her at State Lodge Nakasero to update her on their journey over the years and also discuss potential solutions that could enhance the education system in Uganda. We have more in this story.
For Education and Sports, Mrs. Janet Museveni has applauded Huawei for their contribution to Uganda's digital transformation journey and their services to the global community.
I really must appreciate you and congratulate you for doing this work and walking the extra mile of trying to reach the world, not just stay in China, but actually reach the world and try to make education more meaningful in this season of our life as a global community.
The First Lady was meeting a delegation from Huawei Technologies Uganda, led by the Managing Director, Mr. Gao Fei, who called on her at State House Nakasero to update her on their journey over the years and also discuss potential solutions that could enhance the education system in Uganda.
You can choose which level of education you can use to give us the answers to my questions. Because for me, I've been thinking that we need to start with universities to be sure that all our universities are really now digitalized. And if we were we got a problem like we had recently of the pandemic and closing all educational institutions, at least higher education would be, would continue, because it was difficult last time, even for universities, to continue education online.
Mr. Gao Fei, Managing Director, Huawei Technologies, Uganda, thanked the First Lady and the Education Ministry for its support and partnership over the years. He pledged that Huawei is ready to continue partnering with Government of Uganda on its digital transformation journey in the various sectors, including education.
People are dying due to the lack of the food in Karamoja. In Karamoja, this place. That's very sad. Mm-hmm. So as Huawei Uganda, we pray and hope we can donate some food that was $50,000 to help people in Karamoja. Yeah. And also today we donated this machine at your hub to you. And that Mama can easily have an online meeting and also have some experience.
The Huawei Technologies team updated the First Lady on some of their achievements over the 21 years of operation in Uganda and their current contributions to the livelihood of Ugandan citizens. They also discussed some of the efforts to revolutionize education in Uganda through effective utilization of modern ICTs. The meeting was also attended by senior officers from the Education Ministry. Baguma William, UBC.
Now let's go to Kenya, and we are looking at the general election that due to take place in a few hours' time from now. But the Independent Electoral Commission and Boundaries Commission of Kenya is set to preside over a free and fair general election, with most of the polling materials confirmed delivered to their final destination. However, those still in transit will be delivered by close of business tonight. A Voice of America's Vincent Makori reports that the situation in the capital Nairobi is calm, although some Kenyans have deserted the city to their ancestral homes in the countryside to exercise their constitutional right of voting a leader of their choice. Security remains on high alert to ensure a peaceful voting environment for Kenyans.
Kenyans are counting down. It's just a matter of hours before they cast their ballots to determine who will become the president of this country and other leaders of this country for the next 5 years. It's a work day here in Nairobi, but if you look at in the background, there are not as many people. Nairobi on a Monday usually will be very, very crowded, people going up and down the streets. But a day before the elections, a great number of people have traveled to go and vote in the areas they registered to vote. Now, many go to their ancestral lands. I passed by bus stations this morning, and indeed, there were so many people there lined up to catch the buses to take them back to their home areas so they can vote there on Tuesday.
I'm traveling for the purpose of voting. I'm going to vote in Vihiga.
In fact, even to areas where, their flights, I call some of the offices and they tell us they were fully booked because everybody's trying to get to their areas of voting. Now, an update for this day is that the biggest activity for the Electoral Commission officials now is to deliver the ballot boxes and ballot papers to the different polling stations all across the country. Different regions have already received their ballot boxes and ballot papers. There are a few others from reports we get that hadn't received their ballot papers by early morning, but officials have assured and guaranteed the citizens that the ballot boxes and ballot papers will be at the polling stations sometime today, probably before the end of the day, and therefore they should be in place, in position for the process as it begins very early on Tuesday. Well, in terms of security, the government has said that it has deployed law enforcement officials all around the country. They do not anticipate, they say they do not anticipate any situation of violence, but just in case of anything, they have deployed a necessary law enforcement officials to different parts of the country who will take care of any situation that may arise. In terms of the citizenry, they say they do not expect anything abnormal. They hope to have a very smooth process as they cast their ballots on Tuesday, and that after that, the results should be accepted by all who participate. Those who lose should accept their loss and indeed concede to those who win, because as they argue, this country will exist after the 9th of August this year, and none of them has the appetite to go back to the violence that was witnessed in 2007, or for that matter, some of the skirmishes that we saw in 2017. So all eyes are on the IEBC, the Electoral Commission body, to see how well they have organized the process and how well and smoothly the process will go down on Tuesday, August the 9th. This is Vincent Makori, VOA News, Nairobi, Kenya.
Vincent Makori giving us that update, but will remain in Kenya momentarily. And it's just a few hours for Kenyans to decide on who their next head of state will be. The presidential election in Uganda's neighborhood is a political moment that has put the East African region on alert and caused anxiety. Another race, which has 4 candidates, has 2 leading contenders, with the world, including Uganda, only left guessing on who will be Kenya's next president. Here is our reporter Henry Okrot with more on that.
There is a common saying that he who laughs last laughs the best. But there is a similar saying that he who laughs last probably did not understand the joke. There is Raila Odinga on one side, William Ruto on the other, as well as David Waihiga Mwaure and George Wajakoya. Who of them will have the last and best laugh, and who will probably not understand the joke? They are all vying for Kenya's topmost job, the presidency. It is historically going to be Kenya's shortest presidential ballot ever, with only 4 presidential candidates. The moment of the campaigns is gone. The period of gathering crowds is no more, and the occasions of popularizing manifestos are also expired.
Wa pili leta katiba mpya. Ya tatu ni ya mission ya kiuchumi.
What now remains is a moment of decision.
Certainly I have my own side. Privately I don't want to declare it here. But I have my own side, and my relatives, all of them know who they are going to give.
If the just ended campaigns and crowd gathering capacities are anything to go by, the presidential race is tight, mainly between 2 candidates. Raila Odinga of the Azimio la Umoja One Kenya Coalition and William Ruto of the Kenya Kwanza Alliance have all exhibited their potentials before the electorate. The election is historical for both candidates. If Raila Odinga wins, he will be the first president from outside the Kalenjin and Kikuyu ethnic gatherings. He will be the first to take over from a predecessor younger than him in a situation similar to America's Barack Obama and Donald Trump. At his 5th stab at the presidency, if Odinga wins, he will be the 5th president with a high likelihood of leading for only 5 years. Similarly, if William Ruto secures victory to the presidency, he will equally make history as a first-time presidential contender to win Kenya's top job.
Institutionalizing the fight against corruption is building the capacities of the criminal justice system.
This is because history has it that no Kenyan president has contested for the first time and won. In 1992, Mwai Kibaki contested with then President Daniel Arap Moi and lost to the incumbent. Kibaki would return to contest in 1997 in a race which also had Raila Odinga. They both lost to incumbent Daniel Arap Moi. In 2002, however, Odinga and Kibaki joined forces to compete with KANU's Uhuru Kenyatta, who had been fronted by Moi, the then outgoing president. Uhuru, a first-time presidential contender, lost to Mwai Kibaki, who at his 3rd attempt became the 3rd president of the Republic of Kenya.
Oh, I am elected already.
I accept the choice of the people, and in particular, now concede that Mr. Mwai Kibaki will be the 3rd president of the Republic of Kenya.
Uhuru would temporarily shelve his presidential ambitions until 2013, when at his 2nd attempt defeated Raila Odinga, a third-time presidential contender at the time.
It is our prayer that we have peaceful elections and we have a good president who makes sure that he's accommodative to the challenges of the East Africa region and also respect the protocols and the trade agreements that have been made with the partner states within East Africa.
In the current presidential race, only Raila Odinga has contested before and lost. Can William Ruto make this history and break this record as a first-time presidential contender? These are some of the questions that Kenyans will line up to answer on Tuesday, 9th August, 2022. And at the end of the day, when the final results are declared, one of them will look like this, and the other will look like this. All this will be as a result of a decision made by millions of Kenyans. Henry Okrut, UBC.
All eyes on Kenya tomorrow. Now, as Kenyans prepare for polls tomorrow, Tuesday, the 9th of August 2022, the youth are expecting the next president to focus on political regimes that will help in the economic recovery of the country. Our reporter, Dennis Sigoa, is in Nairobi and sent us this report.
With the clock ticking to the general election that will be taking place tomorrow early in the morning, and I'm joined here by a resident of this city, and it's called Kipruto Kemboi, right?
Yes.
I've got the names right. So I just want you to give us a general feeling of Nairobi. You know, now we are in the estates, but we have not gone deep into the city center. The general feeling out here, and what is your expectation as far as the election is concerned?
Okay, thank you very much.
I'll hold it for you.
Thank you very much. So the environment, the way you can see, the environment is calm, and we are very happy that yesterday and today there were no any campaigns, and people are very optimistic in terms of the elections. We are hoping to have a very safe and also without any violence elections tomorrow. So for me, I would urge the Kenyans to wake up early, go and vote, and let's elect our new president.
Mm-hmm. Yes. So, I know you stayed, Nairobi people stay in apartments.
Yes.
Have you seen any developments? Are the people there, or they have gone to some different places to in preparation for the election?
Yes, what I can say, I've noticed, even from my own estate where I live, there are no cars. A lot of guys have traveled up country to vote. People like me, I'm voting here in Nairobi, so me, I'm confident, and tomorrow I'm going to vote. So guys are prepared to vote. People want change.
So at what time do you expect to be at the polling center?
Me, I'm an early riser. Tomorrow at 6 p.m., 6 a.m. in the morning, I'll be going to vote. Yeah, so that I can come and watch now the developments on the television.
You can see for yourselves. The streets are very peaceful. People are just preparing themselves to go and vote. Sincerely, this is the best election we've ever had, because from the time the campaigns began, we've not lost any life. We've not heard of any area that is complaining of loss of life. We've not had people quarreling, fighting. It's very peaceful, and people are saying, we want to go and vote, finish up this thing and go back to work.
Where are you voting from?
Langata constituency, especially I'll be voting very early, 6 a.m., Langata primary.
Okay.
Yes.
There is this fear of feeling, people out there, like where I come from, that is Uganda, people think that there might be chaos in this election. You've been here, I think you're based in Nairobi. Is there such a feeling?
No, from the campaigns we have been seeing peaceful campaigns. That shows we shall be having a peaceful elections come tomorrow.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
It will be an epic battle between Raila, of course, with Deputy President William Ruto.
Yes, yes.
And mine is not about exactly whom you're going to vote for, but then an appeal to the next president who is coming after Uhuru Kenyatta. No, what are some of the urgent things do you think that you suggest or appeal that the next president should handle, probably in the first 100 days in power?
To me, I would say the most urgent thing right now is, first thing is just to maintain peace. Bottom line, because when you have peace, everything flows. We'll be able to move around, we'll be able to work. Yeah? If he can tackle that and calm the nerves of everybody else and just assure people that everything is going to flow, to me that is bottom line number one. Number two, improve on the economy. Everything is just skyrocketing. Everybody's crying. You know, you cannot do business. Yes. You cannot buy your packet of unga in peace. You know? Yeah. And if somebody is not able to feed their kids, end of the day, I mean, that's why you're seeing everybody is running up and down. There's thuggery everywhere.
Sasa ile kitu ningeomba ni watu wakuwe na amani. Na watu wachaguane bila fujo ama bila mambo mengi. Ile kitu tunataka ni amani. Hata kama ni mtoto, mama, mzee, wote wakuwe na amani. Mtu aende apige kura yake. Alafu tugojee ile mkubwa ataingia. Ndio sasa tutaona itakuwa namna gani.
With just a few hours remaining for Kenyans to head to the polls, we shall be giving you real-time updates on what is happening on ground as far as the general election is concerned. Dennis Igoa for UBC News in Nairobi City.
Thanks, Dennis, for that update. And of course, UBC TV, as you've just seen, is well represented and will be giving you everything as it unfolds tomorrow during the general election in Kenya. Meanwhile, the Ministry of Internal Affairs has registered an increase in the number of people entering Uganda through the Malaba border post ahead of the Kenyan general election slated for tomorrow, Tuesday, the 9th of August 2022. The ministry spokesperson Simon Mundei says the increased number of people getting into the country is based on the uncertainties of the elections, which independent analysts have projected that once mismanaged might turn violent, as it was in the 2007 post-election violence in Kenya that left over 1,000 people killed.
Kenyan citizens will decide among the 4 candidates who is suitable to be the 50th president in an election the whole world is watching on whether it will be free and fair. Uganda being the immediate peaceful neighbor, several Kenyan nationals and Ugandans have entered Uganda with skepticism of the electoral process.
Because most of this work in Kenya, and normally whenever there is an election, I think they have some sense of fear, so some of them return home to first watch the situation as it unfolds, then return after the elections. So we have experienced a big number.
The main border points for entrance include Busia, Malaba, and the ministry has confirmed triple increase of the usual incomings. Kenyan elections often are prone to violence.
So we have experienced a big number, especially in Busia and Ruakaka. But we do hope those numbers to increase by close of today, because I know elections in Kenya will take place tomorrow.
Uganda security have established contingency plans along the Uganda borders with Kenya for any emergency scenarios.
As always, we have contingency plans in case of any potential scenarios impacting our citizens along the borderlines of Uganda with Kenya.
In other domestic crimes, police have recovered 17 stolen motor vehicles and 2 suspects in Subga Hassan and Mosese Alex were arrested, operating in the Kampala metropolitan area.
They had forged a number plate, UAM 933G, after removing the original number plate, that is UAP 778G. It was established that most of the vehicles were robbed from Mokono, Luwero and Kampala. They could change the original plates with the cloned number plates, a process they call baptizing.
The crime intelligence-led operation realized connivance of thieves and garage operators to swap number plates and color of these vehicles. The arrested led police to Mbale City for more recoveries.
In addition to that, they are also buying number plates from motor vehicle chop dealers, the ones who chop some of these DMCs, and they use these number plates They sell these number plates to criminals, especially those who are behind these motor vehicle robberies. So you find somebody ringing a proprietor of a garage. Do you have a number plate for a Toyota Noah? Once they have stolen a Noah, then they get that and they buy each number plate at 400,000 and above.
The last week police crime report indicated an increase in highway robberies, attacks on fuel stations and mob justice. Abdul Nasir Luwama and Lydia Chomkama for UBC News.
Now, Forum for Democratic Change Party, FDC, has expressed the need for Ugandan government to learn from the way the Republic of Kenya is conducting its elections and apply it in the coming by-elections in different districts of the country. FDC Deputy Spokesperson John Kiijanangoma told the media that Kenya has learned from past experience and came up with a message to have peace at all cost.
This Tuesday, August 9, Kenya will hold general elections to vote a new president, deputy president, members of Senate and representative of the National Assembly. The Kenyan Electoral Commission has accredited a number of Ugandan politicians, including former FDC President, retired Colonel Dr. Kizza Besigye, as observers in the election to learn how to organize national elections and internal elections.
Besigye was invited as one of the observers in Kenya. It shows he's someone of high repute as far as international, as far as Electoral Commission of Kenya is concerned.
FDC Deputy Spokesperson John Kiijanangoma says the Kenyan election indicates that the country has learned from past experience.
We had terrible elections in Kenya, people killed each other, and the people of Kenya resolved that we never have elections which are not peaceful. Uganda should borrow a leaf from Kenya and also take it upon ourselves as leaders that we should preach peace. By elections here, if we would learn by example, we should copy Kenya and at least have peace in these by-elections which are coming soon.
On Gogonyo constituency by-election in Palisa, where the candidate for National Unity Platform withdrew candidature in favor of the NRM candidate, yet FDC had decided to support him. Kiijanangoma calls on sister parties to control candidates they front.
Those are what we call political occupational hazards. Because now we are in a fix in a way. We are told our supporters to support that candidate. Now we have withdrawn sister parties to have some sort of authority on their candidates. Because if it were to be an FDC candidate, that business of withdrawing would have happened. Now that maybe our sister parties are not controlling their candidates enough, we have nothing to do. But we have now treat case by case.
Meanwhile, the candidate for FDC in Busongora's South constituency by-election in Kasese, Baguma Aloysius Kigema, has been nominated, and the party says they will not withdraw their candidate or support any sister party. I'm Nafka Farida and Stephen Kalisia in Kiijanangoma.
36 minutes after 8 in the studios of UBC TV. We'll now take a short break, but we'll be returning with much more. Do stay with us.
Vimba! Ni MTN Kabode Super as you pay mpola for this smartphone. Make calls, update your WhatsApp status, watch YouTube, and Google anything under the sun with 2 GB worth of data every month for 7 months. Simply make a small deposit of 99k and pay the balance mpola. You can pay in daily, weekly, or even monthly installments while you enjoy your new phone. So what are you doing today? Visit any MTN shop near you and get the MTN Kabode Super easy.
Forget last season. Forget the oohs and ahs. Forget every moment that stole the show, because the real show is here on GoTV. It's the new season. It's action-packed, and it's going to be non-stop football. With over 1,000 games from more than 7 leagues and cup competitions, plus a World Cup. Make sure you get the best seat in the house this new football season. Get a GoCoder with 1 month of GoTV value for only 25,000 Uganda shillings and enjoy non-stop football. GoTV Uganda. Love it.
Enjoy more GBs for the same price on Airtel. Shareable using to
Gabane. We have increased GBs across all your favorite parks. Now, 4 GB is at 10,000 shillings and 10.5 GB at 22,500 shillings, all valid for a week. For the heavy data users, enjoy 24 GB at 50,000 shillings and 50 GB at 100,000 shillings, all valid for a month. Dial *175# or use the My Airtel app to buy these and more affordable weekly and monthly data bundles on Airtel, the smartphone network.
Oh, Susan, I want to propose to Rose. Yes, and this time I am serious.
Have you guys had sex?
Duh, of course.
And have you had sex without using condoms?
Hey, Nga, you're curious.
I'm more concerned. Are you having sex with other people?
Hey, hello. Is this an interview or what?
No, just things you should think about. Do you know Rose's HIV status?
Okay, this is serious. Should I be worried?
It is actually serious. Do you know your HIV status?
I think I am safe. Many times we get into situations that put us at risk of HIV. However, the first step to ending HIV is getting tested and knowing your results.
It's Time Up HIV. Call 0800-211-046 or text 8080 toll-free for more information about how to prevent HIV.
This message is brought to you by Ministry of Health with support from USAID.
Getting a birth certificate is as easy as 1, 2, 3. 1. Get a birth notification record stamped by a medical officer from a medical facility where the baby was born, or from a sub-county chief if the birth occurred in the community. 2. Go to the nearer offices in your area and present the notification record, a copy of the parents' or guardian's national ID, and a bank payment slip of 5,000 shillings for citizens and $40 for non-citizens. 3. Apply by filing NERA Form 3 from NERA offices or download it from the NERA website www.nera.go.ug. A birth certificate will then be issued to you. Birth certificates to refugees born in Uganda are free of charge. This message is brought to you by NERA.
Meet Professor Petero. He knows something every hustler in UG is gonna love.
Oh, see. You say I was just trying to get the documents to register for Airtel Money.
You don't need the documents. You just say for register.
What's going on here?
He sells things from the shop, and behind my back, he gets the money and gives it to his girlfriends.
But just get Airtel Money Pay so that all money comes direct to your business wallet, and only you, the owner, have access to it.
Just dial *185 *10 #, and now you are on. No waiting. Huh? This insanity is sweet. Give them also.
I only take Airtel Money Pay. It's easy and secure.
Yes, become a safer and more efficient cash-free business today. Easy.
No mixing your business money with your Kameza money. No, that's efficient.
Airtel Money. Instant, secure, borderless.
At Timex Nutrition Center, we advise you on the right foods to eat, exercise profile to adopt, and lifestyle strategies which are compatible to your blood group and genotype. This empowers your body to prevent and treat many diseases like diabetes, blood pressure, arthritis, ulcers, obesity, and many others. For more information, find us at our head office in Kampala on Nassa Road, Conrad Plaza, 2nd floor, or call 0758 819 952 or 0778 288 361. We also have other branches in Mbara and Jinja.
National Council for Higher Education will hold the 4th Annual Higher Education Conference on the 14th and 15th September 2022. The conference theme is Enhancement of Teaching, Learning and Assessment with Ordeal in Higher Education. The guest of honor will be the First Lady and Minister of Education and Sports, Honorable Janet Kataha Museveni. The conference will be held physically at Hotel Africana for only invited guests and open to online participants via Zoom webinar that will be shared under the events section at www.unche.or.ug. The keynote speakers are Ezra Nazim, Senior Fellow of Higher Education Academy UK, Professor Henk Gerald Sola, a Dutch organizational theorist and Emeritus Professor of Business, Engineering and ICT at Groningen University, the Netherlands. The National Council for Higher Education is receiving papers from researchers and scholars for publication in the Uganda Higher Education Review, Journal of National Council for Higher Education. For more details, send inquiries to cmuhumuza@unche.or.ug, info@unche.or.ug, or call 0783 04 0024 or 0704 80 0926 plus 256 39 32 62 140/4.
Welcome back from that break, and this is News Tonight here on UBC TV. Let's have a look now at business news, and we go to Karamoja region, where the warrior youth in Karamoja sub-region, locally called Karachuna, have appreciated government for giving them goats to improve their livelihoods. They want certified veterinary shops closer to communities and also prefer every individual to be given the Gala breed, which are adaptive to the region's environment. We have more in this story.
Since 2019, Karamoja sub-region experienced insecurity characterized by commercialized raids, killings, and road ambushes. President Yoweri Museveni met leaders from the region. It was agreed that reformed warriors be supported with goats and iron sheets to help them resettle in their communities. Cabinet also approved a supplementary budget of 39.9 billion Uganda shillings to support the disarmament. 12th June this year, President Yoweri Museveni launched the goats distribution in Karamoja sub-region to improve livelihoods of reformed warriors.
A package to the Karachunas which can enable them settle and rehabilitate themselves and their livelihood.
Beneficiaries in the districts of Moroto, Napak, Nakapiripirit, Nabilatuku and Amudat districts told UBC that the initiative was a timely intervention.
Of the 15, all of them they are there. Some of them they are pregnant.
And he was not even able to feed even his family because he was surviving on his gun, whereby he can even kill the wild animals, and he can even go and steal and raid. And it was like after a few days, he was also now called that you are now a beneficiary of this gala goat, whereby he got 15 gala goats, and was appreciating the president for that. And right now he's now a reformed warrior, and he's also now free, and he's also praying for peace in the region. And
the offer, and she knows this is motivating. It is motivating her, and it is motivating the husband from going to raid. They already returned the gun, and the husband is no longer raiding.
Starting early, a 24-year-old Timothy Lomonyang and Peter Loki, residents of Loputiput village, Lolikokwa ward in Nadunge Town Council, are grazing their goats.
His life is changing in a way that as he was thinking before of going for raids, now having seen the animals, so he's now stable looking at his animals. He has not sold them.
What of raiding?
No, I have not raided.
Mudong Lokuta, a former notorious warrior in Moroto district, William Lochu, a resident of Lotisan sub-county, no longer think about raiding.
He has been one of the those active warriors who has been going to those sites to disturb the rest. But since they gave him this gala goat, he's now okay. He's feeling free. He's not again hiding maybe in the bush.
Timothy Lomonyang and David Adieka of Nadunge Town Council are beneficiaries who have raised up to 15 goats each. Lomonyang Loko is resident of Lotimo in Lotisan sub-county, Moroto district. At Nakamliai village in Morita sub-county, Nakapiripit district, Grace Nakong and Cheptanyu Lotunyole have a story to tell.
All goats are there. She says she's happy. The advantage is that she's happy. She has got also wealth. It's usually men that have goats here. But for her, she has got her own property, which means it has taken her to another step in life.
Now they hail the white gala goats, which are performing well in the region.
Environment is good for these goats. Most especially the gala goats can survive well here, because now some of those goats are really surviving. They're doing it well.
The preference is that everybody is given goats.
The government to bring for them more goats. When they bring each one should have at least two in the whole village where possible, than giving one person 15.
The government should distribute all these goats to reach to everyone, such that we look at the one who is bad acted in terms of rearing these goats.
Getting these goats, I think the aspect that every person will be taken up looking after his own goats, and there is no way they can go to raid, because each person will be busy looking after the goats.
Beneficiaries also face challenges, including lack of veterinary shops within the community to avoid buying fake drugs.
Nimetibu dawa mpaka 2 imekufa. Sasa mimi nimepauli na 13 ndio iko hapo sasa hivi. Hiyo ndio iko.
Treatment is also difficult getting. Getting treatment is difficult because when you go to the market you just get these veterinary drugs that are sold in the open under sunshine, so you buy and use it for treating the animals. There are no drug shops even in town here. You can't see any. So if these drug shops are brought closer to the community, it will help them better.
But the Karamoja want all the local goats procured from within the region.
As the one who used to eat this very grass, you will not have again any problem.
Relatedly, Nabladuk District RDC Keune Senyonjo says 3 people have been arrested.
So many goats here are kept outside, compared to some farmers either in those areas of Teso where they keep their goats inside the shelter.
Monitoring services of the state, I have tasked the people responsible, that is the DPC, to investigate if there is any sale of such animals, or if there is any beneficiary who has cheated himself by slaughtering the animals or animal allocated to him.
To date, 49,685 goats have been distributed to the beneficiaries across the 9 districts of Karamoja. 5,273 are in the various designated holding grounds, and 20,942 are yet to be delivered. Abiona Francisco and Moriniga for UBC News.
Enjoy more GBs for the same price on Airtel. Shareable using 2 Gabonais. We have increased GBs across all your favorite packs. Now, 4 GB is at 10,000 shillings and 10.5 GB at 22,500 shillings, all valid for a week. For the heavy data users, enjoy 24 GB at 50,000 shillings and 50 GB at 100,000 shillings, all valid for a month. Dial *175# or use the My Airtel app to buy these and more affordable weekly and monthly data bundles on Airtel, the smartphone network.
At Timex Nutrition Center, we advise you on the right foods to eat, exercise profile to adopt, and lifestyle strategies which are compatible to your blood group and genotype. This empowers your body to prevent and treat many diseases like diabetes, blood pressure, arthritis, ulcers, obesity, and many others. For more information, find us at our head office in Kampala on Nassa Road, Conrad Plaza, 2nd floor, or call 0758 819 952 or 0778 288 361. We also have other branches in Bara and Jinja.
Uganda Land Owners Association welcomes you to the Land Use Exhibition, the first of its kind in Uganda. Do you want to learn how to use and earn from your land, or you need information on how to manage your land? Come and be part of this exhibition, which will start from the 31st of August to the 1st of September at Umasho Grounds, Nakawa Multipurpose Hall. Don't miss a session which will tackle land matters in board discussions at only 5,000 shillings. Small and large-scale business owners, you're invited to showcase your commodities. To be part of this exhibition, call 0701 111 401 or 0772 446 507. The Land Use Exhibition is organized by the Uganda Land Owners Association, sponsored by Uganda Broadcasting Corporation, UBC.
Vimba! Ni MTN Kabode Super as you pay mpola for this smartphone. Make calls, update your WhatsApp status, watch YouTube, and Google anything under the sun with 2 GB worth of data every month for 7 months. Simply make a small deposit of 99k and pay the balance mpola. You can pay in daily, weekly, or even monthly installments while you enjoy your new phone. So what are you doing today? Visit any MTN shop near you and get the MTN Kabode Super easy.
The Oil and Gas Moment, brought to you by Petroleum Authority of Uganda, creating lasting value in Uganda's oil journey. In order to be contracted to supply goods and services for oil activities in Uganda, you must register on the National Suppliers Database. Between 2017 and 2021, close to 400 Ugandan entities were awarded various contracts to supply goods and services to the sector.
Tech Lab Limited is a geosciences company that has been offering geotechnical and geophysical investigation services to the East African market since its inception in 2002. Our experience working with Ama Energy has been a pleasurable one. The seismic surveys have always been on our radar, and when this opportunity came up, we put together a winning bid and became the first Ugandan company to provide seismic services under an oil and gas contract in Uganda.
Registration on the National Suppliers Database is free. Visit www.pau.go.ug, creating lasting value in Uganda's oil journey.
Oh, Susan, I want to propose to Rose. Yes, and this time I am serious.
Have you guys had sex?
Duh, of course.
And have you had sex without using condoms?
Hey, Nga, you're curious.
I'm more concerned. Are you having sex with other people?
Hey, hello, is this an interview or what?
No, just things you should think about. Do you know Rose's HIV status?
Okay, this is serious. Should I be worried?
It is actually serious. Do you know your HIV status?
I think I am safe. Many times we get into situations that put us at risk of HIV. However, the first step to ending HIV is getting tested and knowing your results.
It's Time Up HIV. Call 0800-211-046 or text 8080 toll-free for more information about how to prevent HIV.
This message is brought to you by Ministry of Health with support from USAID.
Welcome back. Let's have a look now at what's happening in the world of sports. And Uganda's double Commonwealth Games gold medalist Jacob Kiplimo has been rewarded for his new 27 minutes 9 seconds and 17 games record set in the 10,000 meters final at the break of the 2022 Birmingham Commonwealth Games. Our sports reporter John Burns Sentamo is in Birmingham and sent us this report.
Please welcome onto stage Jacob Kiplimo from Uganda.
As the curtain falls on the 2022 Birmingham Commonwealth Games, 24 athletes that have set new records have been awarded by game sponsors Longines, the watch manufacturers. The watches that have unique features are valued at about £1,600, which is an equivalent of about 7 million Uganda shillings.
They will be very proud of you. Congratulations. Thank you so much.
These included Uganda's Jacob Kiplimo for his 27:09:19 mark to win the 10,000 meters gold medal.
I'm so grateful to be here. It's our last ceremony in here. I think to me it was something have achieved a big achievement to me. I think this is now the thing now. Will ever our need maybe to run a Commonwealth Games to achieve this called like it is now. What I've done it because after Chapter did last year and the other year, 4 years ago or 3 years. But me, I did now the same thing that you also did. Yeah, to me it was something, a great achievement to me.
Among those recognized was Scotland's Eilish McCoglan, Kenya's Jacqueline Jepkoech, and from Trinidad and Tobago, Jerim Richard. Uganda has at the Birmingham 2022 Games that officially end today won 5 medals, including 3 gold and 2 bronze. Focus for Uganda now turns to the Islamic Solidarity Games that are already underway in Turkey.
Congratulations once again to Chip Plimo for making Ugandans very proud. And before we end this bulletin, let's have a look at our top stories. In our top stories tonight, Somali President His Excellency Hassan Sheikh Mohamud in Uganda for bilateral talks with President Museveni. IEBC delivers 90% of polling materials set for a free and fair election in Kenya. Minister of Internal Affairs registers high numbers of people entering Uganda through the Malaba border post. And in sports, Uganda's double Commonwealth Games gold medalist Jacob Kiplimo gets watch worth 7 million Ugandan shillings. And with that, we've finally come to the end of this first edition of News Tonight here on UBC TV. Thank you so much for having kept us company. Elizabeth Nakakoni has been on sign language, and I'm Rukidi Edward Kiijanangoma. I'll see you at 10, but we'll leave you with the weather focused with Daphne Kabasita and Samba.